season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Ravens in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game, you play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. They run it again with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
50 Fury. Jack
They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. George Pickens with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This pass complete to Melton. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
first down. Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Now Allen. He's able to find Melton. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield 9-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Striker, 3-3. Ultra, go ultra.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before break. Allen trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown from 21 yards away.
And the Steelers have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
22 Needle. Hey, hold here.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On play action, they'll throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's
caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Ravens 13.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The
Here we
Raven
go.
offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Ready, ready. Steal, check, steal.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Set, hut. 6, 7. Hut, hut.
They're going to try and throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Go red. Go red.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On 2nd down now. Melton. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Allen on the keeper. The tackle made just shy of midfield.
Allen now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Melton. And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal, Allen. And he'll just get rid of it.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Steelers 28, Ravens 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
He's got Atwell. That's complete.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 14 on the play. It's now 3rd.
Looking to throw. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Completes this to Jefferson. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Steelers are going to take up.